Hello. Okay, I'm back in my car, but if you notice, there's no parking garage behind me at the back window. Yeah, I'm just in a regular Regal theater. It's another Fathom event. 2 years ago, I did a best movies of the year, and I gave Makoto Shinkai's Your Name the best spot. So this is his follow-up film. He spent about 2 years making it, and I'll give out the film's biggest sin. It's not your name. Okay, this film is about a runaway, about a 16-year-old from one of the islands, Honshu, in Japan. Honshu is the main island. Well, he obviously goes all the way to Tokyo. He ends up getting a couple of odd jobs. Well, first off, he's actually looking for odd jobs. He actually ends up running into a girl who worked at McDonald's. No, not any bootleg versions like McDowell's. Actual McDonald's. That's the one thing I really do appreciate the producers of this film. They actually pay for the licensing fees for all these brands like Pepsi, McDonald's, MacBook. Running into a girl who gives him a Big Mac. Running into her later in the film. Apparently, some guy was trying to lure him into a love hotel. Well, he ended up coming to his defense. Before that, he actually ends up acquiring a gun. If you know anything about outside the United States, yeah, the Second Amendment is really a U.S. Exclusive thing. So, and lazily just shoots the guy at point blank, completely missing him, of course. No, there's no murder in this one. There is no bloodbath. Really is more of a romance film between the two characters. He ends up getting a couple of odd jobs. They end up, him and the girl end up starting a business because apparently she has a superpower. She can literally pray, and whatever rain is in the atmosphere goes right away, and it's a sunny day. I think I should tell you, Tokyo at this point is going through biblical proportions of rain. Yeah, I remember, was it back in Genesis? You heard about the, Noah and the ark, the 40 days of rain, and the whole world was underwater. Yeah, try about 80 days. So yeah, she ends up getting a lot of work. Most myths basically state that, if you ask the heavens for a lot, there's always going to be a price to pay. And yeah, her body's actually liquefying and will eventually become vapor. It is Makoto Shinkai. He does give a rather satisfying ending, which ironically is one of the strong points. I'm actually I really wish they kind of explored more of it, because some of it doesn't really make a lot of sense. But as you know, I think I told you, there's a lot of rain, so there's a lot of flooding. Spoiler: Tokyo goes underwater. For all intents and purposes, no matter how high it is, most likely government evacuation of a city if that happened. I mean, remember New Orleans. New Orleans, completely underwater after Katrina. Much of the city had to be evacuated, even for months later. And of course, many of the citizens end up in cities like Houston, as well as other places. Yeah, if you know anything, Tokyo is about, I don't know, almost 100 times bigger than New Orleans. I know it'd be a lot of people to bring out of there. Okay, I'm kind of exaggerating 100 times, but it's a much larger city. Obviously, Tokyo is also the capital of Japan, so the government would be kind of coming under heavy inundation and probably on the verge of collapse. I really wish they actually explored this stuff, because it would be kind of interesting. Well, anyway, let's see. There's a guy in Tokyo who actually helps him out and lets him live in his place. He basically writes he's a freelance author. He writes articles for newspapers, and hopefully they get picked up. Pretty interesting arc, because he's, you later find out, because you think at the time the guy's just for all intents and purposes, just a crazy guy. Seems to be living a very loose lifestyle, but the reality is he's actually mourning. Yeah, because his wife died, and he's currently in a custody battle for his kid. And a huge arc with him. When you're first introduced to him, because he actually saves Hanukkah, he's the main male character, from, basically from falling off a ship. Other characters, like, let's see, we eventually find out, well, spoiler, his niece actually lives with him as well. She's an adult. She's trying to get her life together. Anyway, him and his niece go out and they basically, Sunshine Girl, the legend, it's really through their eyes we really find more about it. Guns in Japan are very bad. Looking for the kid, we later find out as the audience that his parents did finally file a missing parents report. Anyway, the Sunshine Girl, she and her brother are living in an apartment alone. Now, it seems like the old-fashioned trope, missing parent. There's a huge spoiler involved. Nice little twist they throw in there. Anyway, she claims she's 18. I'll get to the visuals. This is one of the best visuals you'll see in a long time, especially when it comes to animation. The 3D they mixed in there is exceptionally done well. My favorite is how they draw water. It is something that really has to be seen to believe. Technically speaking, this is one of the best films you will see. Now, as I said, it's not as good as Your Name, but this is a very good film, and I do recommend people to watch it. I'm going to give this film an A. It's Thursday night and around 9 o'clock, so I'm probably going to have to head out of here. Go watch the film. I know Fathom Events is only really running it this weekend, so, it'll probably be out in digital download at some point. Anyway, have a good night.